Disclaimer. I doesn't claim any of the arts. All the picture shown belongs to the respective artist and company. If you are original owner and want me to remove the video, I will do it immediately. Just send me an email to inform me. At the beginning of this episode, we see that Kim and his cousin have managed to get themselves home, and his uncle and his aunt are happy to see that they are both back home safely. Wang insists that nothing happened and asks Kim to agree with him. The news on Wang mobile phone announces that the gate break warning has been completely lifted, and the government is considering the possibility of a subsequent outbreak. The news also reports that nearby schools have been closed for a week due to the ongoing situation. We also see that the man with glasses and two of his companions survived the incident, and they are in the hospital. We also see An Hyun-soo, the hero with rank A, who is in the news. He is in front of reporters and explains that the main hero of last night's gatebreak incident is someone else. Kim was watching the news, and Kim expressed his happiness at not being mentioned in any of the reports. He is confident and excited about his future prospects. Kim, standing on the rails and looking at the dark tunnel, declares that he is ready to advance to the next stage. His status window updates with his newly acquired skill, and he now has 3 skills, including the D-rank stealth, which requires 5 mana. Kim struggles to use all 3 skills simultaneously, as recklessly using them could deplete his mana and increase his fatigue level. He considers hunting to earn money, but realizes that using skills without legal permission is considered illegal. He decides to explore and discover dungeons as a solution. Kim enters the dungeon, sees the Spider Sisters, a group of B-rank monsters, express their displeasure at being talked to by a mere mortal. They decide to attack Kim, but he remains unaffected by their poison skill, thanks to Kim's resistance skill. The Spider Sisters are surprised by his immunity and decide to pursue him. Kim complement their skills and then enters into a fight with them. We see from tunnel entrance. The Spider Sisters are screaming in pain. Kim wins the fight with Spider Sisters, and with their failure, he registers a new skill. In a new setting, a woman holds a coffee at a wooden, gigantic door inside a building. The deputy manager of the New South Korea Player Association, a man and a player named Yuang, are also present. The New South Korea Player Association is an authorized agency that manages players, including the 4 great guilds. Yuang presents a report about the recent movements of a malignant guild and a list of players they are targeting. Man asks Yuang if she discovered something, and she confirms that she was referring to a malignant guild. The chairman asks Young for her opinion on something and proceeds to ask her about her player test when she finished. Young, confused by his question, but opted to answer truthfully that it was when she reached the qualifying age at 19 years old. Then she realized something, and the chairman asked her if she thinks a high school student could rival a monster in a fight. The high school student that might be the main topic of their conversation was busy sitting on top of the pile of the bodies of the monsters. His backpack is full of crystals from the monsters. He's talking to someone on the phone, asking them if they are the alchemists. With a bored expression on his face after defeating a whole bunch of monsters, he revealed his agenda to them. He wanted to buy potions. The 7-day school closure due to a gate break has ended, and the school has reopened. Students are seen heading back to school. During these 7 days, Kim underwent physical training with his cousin and ventured into dungeons to fight monsters, and Kim successfully cleared some dungeons. In the next scene, we see a building belonging to one of the 4 great guilds, the Alchemists. Kim presents all the monster cores he collected from his battles. The guild administrators are shocked to see so many cores and offer Kim the status of a VIP customer, proposing that he trade with their guild. Kim has gained new skills and increased his strength, advancing to C rank. However, he realizes that he still has a long way to go to become the strongest. Despite his achievements, he still has to attend school, which he dislikes. We see Kim sitting in a corner near a window, a few of his classmates, discussing a rumor about Kim beating Bae-hoo's lackeys. One girl in the group wonders if this means Kim is awakened, but a boy dismisses it, saying it doesn't matter anymore. When asked why, he cryptically replies, "Don't you know? Now that things have escalated suddenly." Kim notices someone smashing benches on the ground, and 2 of Bae-hoo's lackeys appear. The real boss, Lee Jun-jae, sits down in front of Kim, placing his leg on Kim's desk with two men standing behind him. Lee Jun-jae greets Kim, calling him an old friend. He is an S-rank awakened and the third-generation heir of the T Group, which sponsors T High School. He is also the boss of all the bullies at Taesun High and the main culprit who ordered Bae-hoo to harass Kim for being unawakened. Kim scoffs at the idea of being friends with someone like Lee Jun-jae. He angrily tells Lee and his lackey to leave, and one of Lee's men shouts at Kim but is immediately silenced by Lee, who smashes his face for interrupting his conversation with Kim. Lee then addresses Kim, acknowledging that Kim must be feeling confident after defeating Bae-hoo. He warns Kim to be careful about who he stands up to, as he releases his power as an S-rank awakened, leaving Kim surprised. Kim marvels at the magic of an S-rank awakened, acknowledging its amazing power. Lee confronts Kim, his voice laced with a deceptive calm. The girl, Lion Young, interrupts the scene, addressing Lee and freezing his lackey who tries to intervene. The students are taken back by her intervention, and Kim is watching them standing face to face and ready to fight with each other, and says that they both need to stop at this rate. Lee calms down and says that he does not intend to fight with anyone here. Lee got angry again with the words of the young and wants to fight by activating his skill. The young now becomes defensive. But suddenly the school bell rings and all the students are asked to gather in the school hall. Hearing this news, Lee leaves and calls Young lucky because of the school bell. After Lee leaves the place, Young asks how Kim is, and when he turns to Kim, you see that he is not sitting in his chair and standing in front of the classroom door. Kim reminds Young that all students must gather in the main hall of the school. Young notices changes in Kim and says he was not like this before. Go Treewook introduces himself and says that he is the manager of Player Association and apologizes about the players' lack of response to gate break and provide safety training, and inform you of changes to the players' tryouts for those of you in whose hands lies the future of our new South Korea Player Association. Lee, Young, and Kim were there, and Young wanted to talk to Kim about this. Thank you for watching this video until the end. Stay tuned for the next chapters.